Oh, well, feels a mite cool right now, but that will be passing. We have a high today of 81 degrees, and tomorrow a high of 87. Uh, the rooster agrees. Shouldn't be like this early. Come along, Bravo, come along. And so we continue on with our poo record. We did go to the country yesterday, and Bravo put in a few miles. He had a very good time. Oh, you were needing to graze? Okay, we'll get some grass. Come on, come on. Little sparrow. Very full of song this morning. What's the matter? You got a yucky tummy, buddy? Okay, come on. Come on, let's go. You need to potty. But yeah, it was just about a perfect, Bravo, let's go. Perfect spring day. I think it was 71, 72, and sunny, and I was very grateful it didn't get too hot inside. And tomorrow, with that 87, we're supposed to have thunderstorms though, so hopefully it won't get too warm inside tomorrow either. And stay dry. So, boy, I've got a lot of requests of the universe for tomorrow. But my friend has 2 dogs, and Bravo gets along very well with them. And as soon as we got there yesterday, he was off and running the countryside for a minute, and then at the door ready to be let in, and then in and out the doggy door, and having a very good time. Good location. I'm discovering that the making the chart and then doing the design from that chart is really the way to go, because I found another problem with the chart yesterday. And it generates the written instructions. The software makes the written instructions from the chart. And so looking at the written instructions, then I can see, yep, the chart is wrong. So there was some ripping, nothing major. But it is different from how I've created in the past. And come on, Bravo, come on. I would just jot out a general idea and then go, because of course my favorite thing to do is the knitting. I was always too eager to begin the knitting to wait until I had my full idea down. But this, not that I couldn't use a little discipline in my life, so this is, I can see that this will end up with a far more accurate pattern. So Well, there's not more accurate. There's simply something that's accurate or is it isn't, right? Okay. So this should result in this method should result in an accurate pattern. And it happens to us all. I recently encountered someone that I hadn't seen in quite some time and ran into him in town. And it was obvious to me that I had evidently fallen in their disfavor in some way. And come on now, yeah, I see the robin. And so I thought on it for a bit. Well, a bit being being a couple of days. And then I realized something that I had said the last time we spoke. And insensitive, thoughtless, yeah, it could easily be categorized as all of those. Malicious, absolutely not. I mean, just without thinking. And I guess if that is the case, then I was, as I always am, surprised. I'm always surprised at how people can decide to let one, I don't know, forgiving is not a fair, that some people are more forgiving than others. That's not a fair way to put it. Is that, I guess in reality, it takes rather a lot for me to, come on now, Bravo, yeah, no, quit. For me to feel slighted. And then if there's a now, that also goes with the level of history, If there's a lot of history, it takes a lot of sliding. If there's not much, it's like, well, no big deal. We're not each other's cup of tea. And then I was thinking, boy, how people love to talk. And some people love to talk about other people more than other people do. It's not one of my favorite pastimes at all. I love talking with people. I don't so much enjoy talking about people. I don't know what that is, but we're going to leave it. Oh, it's just peace. Okay. But anyway. And one of the reasons is the interpretations that I've heard things get back, and the misinterpretations are sometimes hysterical. And sometimes downright harmful. And so that's one of the reasons why I don't like to participate in that sort of thing. Because if I decide to harm someone, I don't want it to be accidental. Yeah, that's really what I mean. And another thought came to me about how easy people can be led, or how easily people choose to believe that another has malicious intent. I can't say we, because I play scenarios in my head and it's like, oh, and this and this and this, But whenever it comes to individuals that I know, that's usually one of the last things that ever comes to my mind, is that they had ill intent. And I think it's because come on, let's go. I think it's because I know me. Come on now. And how nobody's more surprised than me sometimes by the crap that comes out of my mouth. And that's all it is. Just running at the mouth doesn't really mean anything. But anyway, that it doesn't take a lot if somebody does have rather nefarious intentions. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bravo, come on. Let's go. Let's go. No. No. Now come on. For others to believe it. Bravo, now come on. Thank you. Hey. Hold on. Over here. You're going to be doing grass. We've got better grass over here. Safer place to stand. Now, you have a smorgasbord here of different kinds of grasses, buddy. Something has to appeal to you. Or we can go back where we started and you can graze there. So, yeah. So, a slighted gossip. Wow. I think that's one of the reasons why I hate gossip so much. Is they can do so much damage to people's lives. I worry about gun control. Hell, that's nothing compared to gossip control. Because a slighted gossip ruin numerous relationships. Ruin an entire community or family. I've seen it happen. So may we all strive to not be one of those. And it's all out of fear and insecurity. I mean, I know where it comes from. Anytime I've chosen to speak ill of someone else, it has always been because I'm not feeling so good about me. I allowed the girls to run free last night because I thought I heard a possible mouse. And so I thought I'd leave them out to do their job. And I know they were on patrol, but I didn't find any stinky bodies. Come on, or partial bodies. Bravo, come on. We never go up there. Oops. That little breeze feels nice and cool, doesn't it? Oh, maybe. This was the grass you started with this morning. Well, they got a lot of activity. Maybe they're moving the last of the buildings out. And I am such a blooming idiot on some things. I mean, it just... Well, I am so grateful sometimes to some city and state workers and things like that, because, you know, they have looked out for me so many times. One called me yesterday, and there had been a change year before last, in some of the city business tax. Well, anyway, so I had miscalculated and I ended up with a credit. Okay, fine. So they use the same form, which is totally fine. I was just surprised that it's not very often that a tax rate is lowered. And without a doubt, I'm sure that it has shown up in some other way somewhere. So anyway, so because the previous year last year I'd miscalculated, I had this small credit. I fill out the form, you know, subtract the credit, everything's great. And then I filled out the check for the entire amount. Oh, what a dingbat. And the city worker was so kind in calling me and telling me, and let's not worry about it, whatever it is. And letting me know she couldn't carry the credit for another year. I was like, oh God. Anyway, the whole thing was pretty funny. And I'll go with the assumption that even though it could easily have been taken as condescending, even if it was, totally deserved it. And she said, because I repeated the correct amount to her, still feeling so silly over my mistake. And I made a note of it in my phone because I was in the car at the time and sitting and waiting for construction crew so I wasn't moving. I was sitting in a construction line. And I repeated the amount back to her to make sure it'd be okay if I sent it out today. And she said, absolutely. And if you have any questions, call me back. But it was pretty funny. Come on. It was funny. And her reaction was kind, and at the end it was totally justified, because obviously I can't fill out a check on my own. But I was happy to see evidently my math was correct this year. You gonna poop again? You only pooped once so far. Two squirrels on the hillside. Good location. That's a good spot, Bravo. And then once yesterday, on our drive out to the country, there were quite a lot of squirrels. But ones stood in the road. We had to come to it. Fortunately, you know, I was only doing like 25 miles an hour anyway. And saw it in time to stop. Because he just stood there. I wasn't even sure it was a squirrel at first, because he was bent down. But then I saw a twitchy movement and slowed down, and sure enough it was a squirrel. And I was able to stop and wait for him to make up his mind, and then he took off. Come on. Things that matter and don't matter, okay? I noticed last night that window over there on that home that they're doing all these repairs on is open. And I saw the workers out there yesterday. Come on. I'll come back. There's Smudge Baby. And leaving a window open on a building, an unoccupied building, matters. I mean, I know it wasn't the owner that left it open, you know? So, I mean, that's one of those things. If it's the person investing the money and that's what they choose to do, hey, you know, go you. But anyway, I really tire of shoddy carelessness like that. Just like my stupid form I filled out. It wasn't somebody else's form. I guarantee if it had been somebody else's form I was doing it for, there would not have been an error. Hey, you got a smile? There it is.